What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Game Day with Trey. Of course, this is your host, Trey. And today, we're going to talk about this NBA playoff game between the Indiana Pacers and the Milwaukee Bucks. All right, so this line is going to be played at 7 p.m. East Coast time. All right, the over-under opened up at 232.5. Milwaukee +1. Right now, the over-under's down by 1 full point, went down to 231.5, and it's Milwaukee +1.5 on some books, and on some books you can get it at the one still. Let's take a little bit deeper look into this game. All right, so how these two teams been playing. The Pacers had a bit of a streaky season, to say the least, but they're coming into the playoffs with plenty of momentum after winning 6 of their last 8 games of the regular season to book a matchup with the Bucks in the first round. All right. Meanwhile, the Bucks could be coming into this series low on confidence as they lost 8 of their last 11 games of the regular season, and they're still missing their leader, Giannis, who's doubtful for the series opener, let alone for the game. All right, so let's look at the injury report. Nobody on there for Indiana. Benedict Mathurin, very important. We all know he's out, okay? But Milwaukee missing their best player with Giannis. He's out for the game with that strained left calf. All right, Dame's still questionable with the groin abductor injury, even though we know he is probably still going to play in this game. But that's key. That is key, brother. I mean, like, y'all got to understand when I'm talking to you and telling you these injuries in the playoffs right now and teams they're coming in against, like, these injuries are going to play a big part on how these playoffs play out, especially these first round series, man. Okay, Milwaukee's going against the number 1 offense in all of the NBA, man. Indiana Pacers average 123.1 points per game, while Milwaukee gives up 116.4. Milwaukee's got the 21st worst defense in the NBA, guys. All right, so like, this is going to be a long series without Giannis, all right? Especially if Dame is really still hampered by that groin and abductor, all right? Because even though Milwaukee's offense averages 119 points per game, it's the number 4 offense in the NBA, and Indiana's defense is nothing to write home about. They're the 27th ranked defense. Without Giannis, this plays straight into the hands of what Indiana wants to do, which is run up and down that court, man. Fast break is going to be key in this series and how these two teams play against the fast break, man. Indiana's got the number 4 fast break in all of the NBA. And Milwaukee's defense against the fast break, their opponent's fast break, puts them at 9th. All right, so it can keep them in it, but those are stats with Giannis out there. These are not statistics with Giannis missing. Okay, when you're looking at that defense, Giannis is like so important for this team. I hate it for Milwaukee for the fact that they're not going to have Giannis out there, because this right here, it could be make or break right here, man. Look, if they don't make it out this round, okay, do you really believe Giannis is going to stay? Like, and are they going to put it on Dame? Man, so many different angles and so many different things to talk about with this series and this game. Okay, head to head, the last 10 times it's 5-5, but these teams have played 5 times this season, man, and the Pacers won 4 of them and covered on 4 of them. Okay, they played 5 times, the Pacers won 4. Okay, and covered on 4. All right, but then when you're sitting here talking about how they played against the spread, like I said, Pacers run this 6-4, okay, and it's 8 to the over, 2 to the under. Hence why the Pacers have been running it. The Pacers have been catching up with this team because of the fact this team has been running more, okay, and they play straight into the hands of what they do this season. 5 times you've seen this team, and 4 times Pacers have beat this team, and then with Giannis being out, oh man, this is just it's hard, okay. But, like, there are some things you can look at. So, against the spread in this situation, as a home underdog, and straight up, Milwaukee's 3-1. And as an away favorite, Indiana, straight up, they're 8-6. Against the spread, they're 7-7. So, in this situation, there is and could be issues. But, like I said, those are stats and numbers with Giannis. Like, Giannis is the most important player on Milwaukee. I don't care what you tell me. And then when you go to the over-under as a home underdog, it's 3 to the over, 1 to the under. So if it was going over then, it's definitely going over now. And then when you look at Indiana as an away favorite, it's 4 to the over, 9 to the under with one push. Now, why is that? When we know that the Indiana Pacers was like a deadbolt lock for overs for a lot of the season this year. Okay. Just when you look at over-under on all games, there were 42, 39, and 2. At home, it's 25 to the over, 16 to the under. But that doesn't mean anything because they're on the road. On the road, it's 17 to the over and 21 to the under with 2 pushes. Okay, for Indiana. So the Pacers on the road, they do go under. It's not like it's they do what they normally do when they're on the road. But like I said, in this situation with no Giannis and the fact that this team is going to be all the run and gun, and Dame really likes to run and gun. He is not somebody who wants to sit there and play defense on somebody. He wants to run up and down the court, and he wants to shoot the ball. He's not really somebody who's going to orchestrate an offense and like get everything started for everybody else. He is a self-starter, all right? So with all that being said, and looking at how many points Indiana's been scoring in their last 3, Indiana's been scoring 139 points per game. Yeah, they give up 122.3, but they're scoring 139 points per game, man. They're winning by 16 points. Okay, in the last 3, Milwaukee, and that's just a couple games without Giannis, Milwaukee's only scoring 104 and giving up 112.3. Like, there's only so many ways that we can look at this and think that that there's a reason that this line is still where this line is. Because remember, this line is set at 2 points right now, man. And is that all just because Giannis is out? If Giannis was in, do you think this line would be like around 5? You know, and in the opposite direction, is Giannis that important? Well, let's look at the last 10 times these teams have been actually out on the court. So, last 10 times these teams are on the court, Pacers are 7-3 straight up, 6-4 against the spread, and 7 to the over, 3 to the under in their last 10. Remember, I was talking about that last 3 games. They played against Atlanta, Cleveland, and Toronto. All right, but in these last 10 games, they have played against a few playoff teams: the Clippers, Chicago, the Lakers. They played against OKC, Miami, Cleveland, and Atlanta, like I said. So this has been, it's not like they hadn't had to play anybody, all right? And then when you look at Milwaukee in their last 10, they're 3-7 straight up. 3-7 against the spread and 5-5 for over and unders, man. And they were playing a couple dogs in here, but they went on a losing streak where they lost to Washington, Memphis, Toronto, and the Knicks. Okay? How do you lose to Washington, Memphis, and Toronto, man? Like, in a row. Like, that is unfathomable. That's like not even supposed to be thought of. It's not possible that this happened. But yeah, it did. And because of this, because of the fact that the Pacers have lost each of their last 9 Eastern Conference first round games following a win, and the Pacers have failed to cover the spread in each of their last 8 Eastern Conference first round games, and 7 of the Pacers' last 8 playoff games as favorites have gone under the game total, whereas with the Bucks have won 18 of their last 19 home games against Central Division opponents following a loss, and the Bucks have failed to cover the spread in 10 of their last 11 games as underdogs against Central Division opponents, and 7 of the last 8 night games between the Pacers and Bucks have gone over the total points line. Because of everything I just said, right? I got to say that the Pacers get off the snide. The Pacers are going to actually win this game. Okay, you want to take the Pacers money line? Take them. Okay, I'm finna take them. I'm going to take them minus the 1.5. Okay, I'm going to get them on multiple aspects. Put it like that, or minus the 1, because I can get a minus 1 for minus 110 right now. So I'm probably going to do the minus 1, and I'm going to do the money line on something else. But I'm definitely doing that, man. And I'm going to do the Pacers team total over. I think the Bucks team total might go under. But I'm gonna do the Pacers team total over too, because I think the Pacers gonna get out there and run, man. I don't think the Bucks gonna get out there and play no deep. Like I don't see Dame getting out there and playing deep. And Tyrese Halliburton got to prove a point right now. Pascal Siakam got to get out there and get out the first round and actually understand what the playoffs feels like since he was with Kawhi, because he hasn't been like in the playoffs like that since he was with Kawhi. And if everybody think back to that playoff run they had, Pascal Siakam was a key player in that playoff run where they got that ring up in Toronto, man. Like, they don't give him a lot of his credit for that and dues for that, but that boy came out there and was playing, and I believe he's gonna come out here and he's gonna play tonight. Okay, so I'm telling you, I'm taking the Pacers. Okay, if you don't want to take them, you ain't got to take them. All I do is give you my leans and how I feel and what I'm gonna put out there. But yes, I'm taking the Pacers tonight, man. I hope y'all do it. I hope y'all get your money tonight. Let me know what you think in the comments, man. Peace.